Now, in related news, Canada is to halt all arms shipments to Israel amid the war in Gaza, the first major Western ally of Israel to do so. The Israeli government has strongly condemned that decision, its Foreign Minister Israel Katz saying it undermines the country's right to defend itself. Well, France 24's Andrew Hillier has been looking into this for us. He's with me now. Andrew, what more can you tell us about that decision by Canada?
Well, Nadia, this decision came about after a non-binding vote in the Canadian Parliament. It effectively means that Canada will, in future, halt all arms shipments to Israel. Important to point out, however, that in reality there haven't been any arms exports from Canada to Israel since January. And even since October, Canada has only been exporting non-lethal shipments to Israel. That's communications equipments like radios, for example. Now, from the Canadian perspective, this is a significant move. That's because Israel has historically been one of the top recipients of Canadian weapons. In 2021, Canada exported around 17.5 million euros worth of weapons to Israel. In 2022, that figure went down to around 14 million euros. And I think this is part of a trend that we've been seeing in Canada recently. Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has been increasingly critical of Israel's conduct in Gaza, particularly in light of those mounting civilian deaths. Of course, outrage in Israel, as you mentioned there, the Foreign Minister, Israel Katz, saying that it undermined Israel's right to self-defense. He also said that history would judge Canada's current action harshly.
Do you think then this decision is going to have a big impact?
Well, look, Canada isn't the only country that's moved recently to stop arms exports to Israel. We've seen similar moves lately from Belgium, Italy, and the Netherlands. In fact, in February, there was quite a well-known case in the Netherlands brought about by 3 NGOs, which resulted in a court ordering the Netherlands to halt shipments of F-35 fighter jet parts to Israel because of concerns they would be used to violate international law. In Italy, the situation is more complicated. That's because exports of outstanding contracts have continued. The government there insists that it's only honouring previously signed orders. Now, as to the question, have these decisions have any impact, or will they have an impact? The answer is not as much as you may think, and that's because, as you're about to see on your screen, the majority of Israel's arms imports only come from 2 countries. As you can see there, 69% between 2019 and 2023 coming from the US, 30% from Germany, and that tiny, tiny slither there coming from 1% from Italy and other countries. So Israel's arms imports from the US and Germany vastly outweighing imports from other countries. Little sign of those 2 countries slowing down weapons shipments to Israel. In fact, Germany has even increased the amount of weapons it exports to Israel since October.
Andrew Hillier, thank you.